Hello and welcome to the video. My name is Rage. Pop a squat, get comfortable. We're going to talk Battlefield 6 beta, my likes and dislikes. There's a lot to go over, so let's dive into it. We're going to start with my dislikes first. I feel like a lot of people are blowing this game pretty hard right now. So let's bring it back down to reality, which, listen, we're gonna get our knees at the second half of the video here. But to start, we're going to talk about my dislikes, which there are some. The game isn't completely perfect, and the first on my list is I would like to see larger maps. Now, I know this is the beta, and it seems to be a worry amongst the community that the maps aren't big enough, and that's myself included. But DICE has come out and said that there will be larger maps when the full game releases, which I have to trust them on that, because that is part of the full Battlefield experience, is large scale war. Okay, so that's what we know and love about Battlefield. It works the large maps work so well with conquest, with front lines, and with just all the vehicles and the points to capture, and it just works. So I hope we see more of that. They say we're going to get more of that, and I trust them on that one. Another thing, and I just mentioned it, that I would like to see, and I don't know if we're going to get, is front lines. Now, front lines is a game mode that I really enjoyed playing in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield V. It's pretty much a gigantic game of tug of war. You get one chance to defend and one chance to attack, and I love it. It's not really tug of war. You're pushing into the enemy's territory. You have to continue to capture their sectors until you push them all the way back. You finally get their final sector and you win the game, and then you have a chance to defend. I love that game mode. Sometimes you can get bowled over really fast, but when you have like a good game of frontline, it can last like an hour or longer, and I personally love it. I think it's one of the best game modes that Battlefield has come out with in a long time. And okay, so this is our third issue that we have here, is the time to kill. Now, this is, a lot of people are talking about this right now, and it seems really inconsistent to me. When I'm shooting somebody, it seems like a good time to kill when I'm shooting them, but then when I'm getting shot, it is insta death. It's really inconsistent. At least it feels like I am dead almost instantly. I don't know if anybody, I was going to ask, I don't know if anybody else feels this way. Clearly they do, because the internet is really talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it. So, but like I said, it feels good when I'm shooting somebody, doesn't feel good when I'm getting shot. So I don't know if there's some inconsistencies there or what's happening. Maybe my aim just sucks because I'm 37 and I'm not getting younger and my eyes are kind of shit. I don't know, but it's not just me. I know that for sure. But that being said, the devs are looking into the unexpectedly fast kill times. That is a quote from DICE themselves. So they called it unexpectedly fast kill times. They're looking into it. So clearly there's an issue here. Fourth thing we're going to talk about is the secure boot needed to run the security features and the anti-cheat for Battlefield. It is bricking some people's PCs. I mean, I know a guy that watches my stream where he tried to do it and he screwed up his motherboard, and he had to literally change out his motherboard to fix it. So it is, it's definitely a risk. Now, I don't know everything about it. I'm playing on my Series X. I'm not playing on my PC. I stream. So it's better to just offload all that GPU, CPU to my console. And then I have all my streaming situation here. That's how I do it. And I like it like that. And yeah, so I know people who aren't playing the beta because of this issue. So it's just kind of a thing. You have to use at your own risk, I guess. But I don't know that much about it, but it seems sketch at the best. Now, server browsers for official servers is something that a lot of the community would like to see, me included. They have server browsers for Portal, but it's not the same as official server browsers. That's what I would like to see, because I'm most likely going to be playing on official, and I'm guessing maybe so would you. I've actually never messed with the Portal because I didn't play 2042 because that game fucking stunk, and I returned it after half an hour of playing that game. I hated 2042, and I got my money back for it. So I don't know shit about Portal. It looks pretty cool. In theory, it sounded cool. Maybe it'll be really cool in this, man. Custom game modes, custom game set rules, you know, I don't know, custom maps, it looks like. You know, we've seen them putting chunks of highway high up in the sky. Who knows what they're going to make? Could be really cool, though. The next thing we're going to talk about is the attachments. Attachments seem to be OP. A simple muzzle attachment and a grip can almost completely eliminate recoil. I noticed this, and it's also too easy to get. So that's another thing. I don't know how weapon progression is going to really work. It doesn't seem like it's a huge thing in this game. That is the one thing that I've always liked about Call of Duty, is the time that it takes to unlock some of the attachments. I like leveling up guns and slowly grinding away at those attachments. The grind has seemed to have gone away with this, at least in the beta. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the weapon progression. If you'd like to just see it kind of how it is right now, where it seems to be unlocked pretty quick. I mean, it does take a couple matches, but I had just about everything unlocked within a day of playing, which to me, I would like to see it take a little bit longer. I like the weapon grind, and let me know what you guys think about weapon grind. The next thing we're going to talk about, and I'm sure that you've had this happen to you as well, the shotgun is a fucking laser beam from hell. This thing cracks me from like 50, 60, 70 yards out, dude. I mean, it's a slug. I think it was a slug shotty, or maybe there's an attachment. I didn't use the shotgun almost at all. I think I shot maybe one person with it. So I don't know shit about it and about using it, but I can tell you right now, I was getting clapped. I was getting my cheeks clapped with the shotty. Up close, I'm fine with it, bro. It's realistic. I'm fine with it. In video games, the damage is too high for you to get smoked by. I guess if it's a slug, it makes sense. If it's a slug, it makes sense. But I'm getting cracked with the shotty from like a distance. It seems OP. A lot of people are saying it's OP. Let me know. Do you guys think it's OP? Did you use it a lot? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people using it. It looks pretty sweet. Also, seems kind of OP. And I think that you're probably going to see a bit of a debuff there. All right, that brings us to the next part of the dislikes list. Structures being destroyed don't seem to do damage to players. Now, there is a ton of destruction in this game, which we love. We love the destruction, right? I don't think anybody is going to complain about the level of destruction in this game. It's awesome. But the destruction does not seem to do almost any damage to the player. Obviously, this is on purpose. And with that extra destruction, I think that maybe it would be too much if every time a room collapsed, everybody in the room died, because there is a ton of destruction. Like you'd be dying all the time. But I did notice it, and I think it should hurt you some bit. Maybe not kill you because there's so much destruction, but it should hurt you at least a bit. Half, 75% of your health, something. It's got to do something to you, because, you know, we're trying to keep it somewhat realistic, and when a building falls on you, you're going to get hurt. So that's something that I would like to see. The support class, the next thing we're going to talk about, is the support class is slightly OP, I think. I know that this has been a staple in past support play for Battlefields, but I personally think the revive time is a little bit too quick. It is like instant. Now, like I said, I know it's been like this for other Battlefields, but I would like to see it lengthened a little bit so that you don't have people just running around insanely fast reviving people. If you have a really good medic on the opposing team and you're trying to capture, it's a lot. They just keep coming back. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that promotes good medic play. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that also being a good thing as well. But someone who played a ton of support class throughout this whole thing, throughout the whole beta, I do think it's just a little bit too long. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's too long? Do you think it's too long? Said no one ever. Let's get our head out of the fucking gutters here. Okay, so things that I like about the beta. Things that I've liked about the beta. The first thing we have is the classic Battlefield feel is It's fucking back, dude. Battlefield, the feeling of Battlefield is back. We've been waiting for it. This is the hype time, okay? We're going to get hype now, okay? This is where we'll get on our knees and we're going to just a little bit to DICE because they fucking deserve it. They most definitely do. The feeling of Battlefield is back, baby, and I love that. Now, what does that mean? The visuals are great. Like the mountain on fire in the map, the Iberian offensive. Now, that was one of the great things about all the classic, when I say classic, I only ever really played Battlefield 1 and V. That was my introduction. Battlefield 1 was my introduction into the series. I think I played Battlefield 4, but not as much as these other ones. Anyways, the grand scale and the graphics and the burning mountains and the boats on fire and just everything about that game was so epic. And I can feel it in that map when that side of that mountain is on fire. It's gorgeous. It looks great. And it just adds that level of detail that we really know and love about Battlefield maps. It adds that little bit extra to make you feel like there's something going on just beyond that border that is just, it's awesome, dude. And that's why we love Battlefield. The class-based structure that we know and love is back, at least when you choose the locked conquest. And that's all I've been playing, and I hope it's all you've been playing too, because if you're playing that open shit, fuck you. Fuck you! No, but whatever. You do what you want, but you're a scumbag if you don't play the closed class. And that's what I've been playing, and I love it, dude. It feels good. It just, like I said, it's bringing that classic Battlefield feeling back. It's the way the game was meant to be played, in my opinion. The open class shit it should die with 2042. That's my personal opinion. At least when they open the game, when the game releases, if they give us an option to play either or, if they have conquest or all of the different game modes and they have it for open and closed or some setting in the menu, I don't know what, but give us the option and or just lock down the whole thing. That's my opinion about it. Let me know what you guys think below. I think a lot of you, if you're classic Call of Duty or Battlefield players, you're going to be on my side on this one, that the locked classes is where it's at. It gives you a sense of purpose. And we love that about these type of games, because Battlefield it's an arcade military game, right? But that locked class system gives whatever class you're playing a sense of purpose, a sense of being, a sense of, when you're playing support and you drop down that ammo bag and everybody, you hear your players on your team, thank God, they're asking you for ammo, they're asking you for revives, and I love it, dude. I love the closed class system. I think it's one of the best things that Battlefield has going for it, you know what I mean? Like Hell Let Loose is obviously a mil sim and they've got that class system, and you play that part, but it's a little bit too mil simmy for me. I like a game like that, but the closed class system kind of splits the difference. I like it. I love it. And I don't want to see it go away. The sound design in Battlefield 6 is great, and especially for the jets that are flying by. The only thing we have right now, I think, is the F-16 I've seen ripping around and the Apache helicopter. But the F-16, dude, when that thing fucking flies by you, it sounds so legit. I love it. It's really, really great. And it's just like the overwhelming sound of war is back with this game. Like, just the buildings blowing up, the jets flying by, the fucking missiles flying by, the tanks rolling by and just like smashing building downs and shooting, and fucking RPGs flying around and snipe. It's awesome, dude. Like, when you get in those moments where everything is happening all at once, it's just, it's Battlefield, baby. We're back. It feels back. So audio design, incredible. The destruction in this game is sick, dude. Like, the dust that flows up from a building when you rip off half the building with a tank, when you're just trying to take guys out that are in those little rooms. The destruction is incredible. Like I said, I think it should do a little bit damage too if you're inside of a building and it collapses. But overall, the destruction is sick. I love that when you're in a tank and you hit kind of clip the corner of a building, you'll just take it out. It's great, man. And at the end of the fight, it's like how, I forget the exact map. It was the one with the poppy fields in Battlefield V. and it was one of my favorite maps. It was the one with that big clock tower. You guys remember that? It was like the church tower up at the top. And just by the time that your game was over, the whole landscape would change. That's what I love about Battlefield. I love that by the end of the game mode, the map is like completely different because all the buildings between A and B are fucking destroyed. And it gives you that sense of realism that I personally really like. So yeah, the destruction is sick. It looks incredible. Just all the little details about the destruction is really good. And I'm sure they're only going to make it better from here on out. The gunplay, listen, it's Battlefield. It feels good. The gun choices are really nice. I've really liked it. To be completely honest, the actual choices of guns and the amount of guns that I tried, I was more just sticking to one gun, to be honest, and just enjoying my time in the game and my experience. I was playing tanks. I was using the LMGs. I was using a bit of snipers, a little bit of AR, that little submachine gun. I forget what it's called. Is like a laser beam. That thing was pretty good. So yeah, all in all, the gun gameplay, the gunplay is really good. I enjoy it. I don't think that the running is too fast. I don't think that the sliding is too fast. It's not like Call of Duty where you have people absolutely, spastically running around like they're on fucking Adderall and Red Bull. It's not like that. It's a little bit slower. I would personally like to see it come back a little bit on the speed of things. That's me personally. The speed that the game is played at right now does not bother me. That's just my personal preference. I think it's fine the way that it is. I've seen people say they want it to be faster. I've seen people they want it to be slower. I think it's great the way it is. And yeah, anyways, the vehicle gameplay is really good. I've heard people complain about the tank movements. I didn't get that sense. I just locked onto the way that the tanks moved, and I was flowing with it really fast. I mean, I was reversing through the cities. Like, I think that the actual movements of the tanks is really good. I didn't spend too much time in the helicopters or the F-16. I did a little bit with the F-16, but I just kept getting blown out of the sky. And they're hard to get. I just didn't want to waste my time sitting there at the map fucking spamming the F-16, right? But I did spend a lot of time in the tank, and the tank play is unreal. The sound of the M1A2 Abrams battle tank, the turbine engine firing up and spooling up, it sounds so fucking good. Just everything about the tanks, the details, the things hanging off the sides of the tanks, the way that it's all jiggling and moving, it's good, man. They crush, at least the way that the tanks look, feel, shoot, sound. I've heard some people say the shooting is a little weird. I don't know. I like it. I dig it. It's hard though. You have to have a good set of engineers with you to keep you alive. The tanks maybe are a little OP. How many RPGs do you got to put in a tank to take it out? Six? More? It's a lot. It's a lot. The only time I ever took a tank out with an RPG is when the health was already way down and I fucking would run at it and get it. That's the only time I took one out like that. You might need to buff the RPG a little bit because the tanks are a little OP. And I'm a tank man. I'm a tank driver. I like that. It is a little uneven, I think, there. But it sounds incredible. Like I said, with a good crew of engineers on your side, it's tough to take a tank out. I mean, I was playing engineer and just sitting there. The tank's fucking going backwards and just glitching into me. I'm just with my welding machine, just with my torch, just healing it constantly. It's fun. It's silly. It's stupid, but it's great. And the tank play is incredible. Let me know what you guys think about the F-16 flying and the helicopter. I tried the helicopter. I kept getting shot out of the sky. I had a little bit better luck with the F-16, but I couldn't really figure out like how to drop bombs and stuff. I only did it maybe twice. I got it when it was just sitting there when I got killed, and was it sitting there looking at the map, and picked it, and it was pretty fun, but I didn't get a lot of experience in it. The maps are nicely detailed, but they're not clusterfucks like every single fucking map on Call of Duty is now. Call of Duty adds these little extra things on the ground to fucking trip you up. That's the nice thing. On Fridays, I play Black Ops 1, right? the OG Black Ops 1 on Xbox. If you ever want to join those streams, I'm live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch on Friday nights. Anyways, the old maps, they didn't put too much fucking cluster on the ground, like too much bullshit to like trip you up. Seems like all the fucking Call of Duty maps, there's just too much going on now. I don't know. The Battlefield maps, they're perfect as far as just ground cluster and bullshit that they have around. I never felt that I was getting hung up on anything, but there's also a lot of detail in the map that I really like. So the map design so far, I know that I want some bigger maps and different maps, but what they have so far is pretty good. Another thing that I gotta give props to DICE for is they've made it known that they aren't adding dumbass skins into the game. That's one of my biggest knocks on Call of Duty is this new era of fucking Fortnite skins. I mean, listen, if that's how you want to spend your money and if that's how you want your FPS game to be, by all means, go play Call of Duty. But we're talking about fucking Battlefield here. And in the Battlefield realm, military stuff wins out. You know what I mean? Like the way that the game looks, it's a military game. Yes, it's not a mil sim. It's not supposed to be insanely historically accurate or anything like that, but it is based in some form of military reality. And that's what I like. And I'm glad that they're going to do that. Who knows about the Battle Royale? I don't know about the Battle Royale. I can see them maybe selling different looking skins for that. I can see that being something that they do, but maybe not. They might just keep it straight up. And I hope that they do, because I don't like the skins. Because then once it seeps into one part of the game, it might seep into other parts of the game. Because then you're going to have big corporate head up guys, the suit dummies saying, oh yes, but look at the money we're missing out on. They do miss out on money, at least in some instances. I think that this is going to make them more money because more people are going to play it because it doesn't have these skins. But in these people's heads, who fucking knows, right? We don't know what these psychopaths are thinking. Anyways, the lack of bullshit skins in Battlefield is a major plus. Fucking round of applause for DICE for not selling out like fucking Treyarch and Call of Duty has and all that bullshit. Fuck Call of Duty right now, dude. That is not a game for me. And if you're watching this video, it might not be a game for you either. Who fucking knows? And last but not least, DICE has seemed to pay attention to what the community actually wanted, and they are delivering a game that we can all play for many years to come. And goddamn, it feels good to be heard, doesn't it, guys? Goddamn, it feels good to be heard. You know, this is a game, this is the Battlefield that we wanted. And by all accounts, they're giving it to us. There's some people that are getting nitpicky. I got a little bit nitpicky here. You're allowed to have little constructive criticisms because we want the game to be as good as it can be. But honestly, right now, the game looks, seems, feels, smells fire. I like it. And I think a lot of you like it. Clearly, there's 500,000 people playing the beta on Steam alone, which is nuts. So what is that in total? 1.5 million people total playing the beta? 2 million people playing the beta? It might even be more than that because it was hard. That's just the Steam numbers. There might be double the amount of console players per console than that's on Steam. There might be 1 million players on Xbox and 2 million players on PlayStation playing it. A lot of people played this beta, and it's because DICE decided to make a game that we wanted to play, and they are now being rewarded for it. So it's feeling really good, guys. That's it for the video. I don't have much else to say about the game right now. I'm going to make another video about what we can expect for the second leg of the beta coming up here. It's just a new map, I think. I don't know. I might wait a little bit closer till the time that it's released. Maybe they do some updates that are worth talking about. But so far, those are my takeaways from this Battlefield 6 beta. I'm really impressed with what they've done here. I can't wait to play in Brooklyn this weekend. I can't wait to see what the full game has released. Like, see what the full game has for us. I'm really excited. I am. I haven't been this excited for a first-person shooter in a long time. For real. For a really, really long time. So it feels good that we're being listened to. Thank you, everybody, for watching. My name is Rage Review. Please like and subscribe. Show me some support, man. And follow me on TikTok. We stream over there all the time. TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. We're streaming all the time. I'm playing Mafia, the Old Country right now. We like to change it up. And thanks, everybody. And we'll see you on the next one.